Hi there, LJUMC family. Every so often I like to share what's happening across our broader United Methodist family because this connection is your church too. So here are a few stories from around our United Methodist connection. United Methodist Solar Oven Partners has been serving vulnerable communities for more than 25 years. They bring solar cooking to vulnerable communities in Haiti, in the Dominican Republic, in Sierra Leone, and on the Navajo Nation. These solar ovens are simple devices using reflective materials to generate heat from the sun to heat pots and bake bread and more. Now this reduces paying for or even scavenging for fuel. It cuts exposure to smoke and burns. It provides for reduced fat cooking compared to traditional pots, and the ovens even come with kits to help pasteurize water. This is 25 years of faithful and good work. In southern Madagascar, 32 United Methodist evangelists trained up in the capital city, but then traveled 600 miles south into the deep south of Madagascar, which was made possible by a $12,000 grant from the United Methodist Board of Global Ministry. At one point of the journey, their vehicle was completely submerged in floodwater, far from anyone who could help. They prayed, and God helped them find a way to get the vehicle running again. But this was just the beginning of their journey. By the end of 4 months, 4 new United Methodist congregations had taken root there in the deep south of Madagascar. The arrival of United Methodists, it's an act of hope in these communities that struggle with isolation and climate-related hardships. Here in the U.S., specifically in the Dakotas Annual Conference, Reverend Kim Hastings is an associate pastor who started posting short prayers on TikTok. She started without any kind of formal plan, just praying about grief, gratitude, and the occasional prayer request. Each prayer is less than a minute, and they're averaging 400 to 600 views. In fact, at one point, a lab technician asked Pastor Kim to pray for her 98-year-old grandmother. Now, sadly, the grandmother passed away, but later a family member found that video and said the prayer felt like an angel was talking to us. This church is showing up in unexpected places. And sometimes the church shows up in difficult places. Trinity United Methodist Church in Aiken, South Carolina has had a really difficult year. Disaffiliation in the United Methodist Church has been immensely painful, and Trinity UMC felt that grief in a real way. And this past January, right in the middle of the month, the congregation gathered to pray, and they asked who God is calling them to be now. And they came up with 6 things that God is calling them to be: adaptive innovation, every voice value, inclusion, courageous service, growing in faith, developing leaders. Afterward, their pastor, Pastor Matt, said that Trinity had just had its biggest year of new people in nearly 3 decades. He said the kingdom of God is visible in Aiken, South Carolina. Indeed it is, my friends. And in Madagascar, and on TikTok, and in Sierra Leone. Friends, this is your United Methodist Church. Grace and peace to you.